Let me tell you something. I woke up today in a bit of a funk. Crabbit and cantankerous. But let me tell you what's going on. I'm sick as a dog, I'm not sleeping, and I'm in my head about so much stuff. I'm just swimming around in a big old ocean of sadness and confusion. So I decided to grow up, pull myself up by my bootstraps again. I've started going to the gym a bit more regularly, and I've set myself some charitable goals this year, and they involve walking up a lot of mountains. I'm not fit enough to walk up a lot of mountains, but I'm going to do it. A, because it's a nice thing to do, and B, because I hate myself and it's a form of self-harm that doesn't upset my friends. So we've come to Binevenagh in Northern Ireland. I live in Northern Ireland. This isn't a big deal for me, but if you're not from Northern Ireland now, you know where it is. And if you don't know where Northern Ireland is, it's on the island of Ireland, and it's the bit of Ireland that the United Kingdom own. And it's a very touchy subject to certain people, so we don't talk about it. I can already smell the comment section. Anyway, we're going to walk up Binevenagh. We're going to get our legs moving again, work on being a little less fat, and we're going to talk a bit while we do it. I completely underestimated how chilly it would be out here, and I'm just sort of praying that the microphone that I have attached to my hoodie doesn't pick up too much of the wibbly wobbly sound effects here. And I've just stood in cow shit, so that's good. That's very good. Nice. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I used to climb up here maybe 3 times a week. This is where I go whenever I'm like sad and stressed and overwhelmed, when I don't know what to be at with myself. I find myself walking as a way to like clear your head, think about stuff, get a bit of perspective on things. And for some reason, this was always the place I went. Look at that big cliff there. Isn't that nice? Oh, very, very pretty out here. But this is always where I went. I would just come out here, put on some headphones, listening to whatever music, and start walking. And it all started about 4 years ago. A friend of mine noticed that I was in a bit of a funk, wasn't doing so well, and he started messaging me repeatedly every day. And at this point, he wasn't really a friend, like a good friend. He was just a human that I knew and worked with. But he kept pestering me time and time again. And eventually I agreed. I said, right, what are we doing? Let's go, let's do something. And he took me here. Took me to Binevenagh, and I mean, I am a chain-smoking asthmatic. I have been fitter in my time. At the time I did this 4 years ago, I was also quite unfit, but we did it, and I remember blowing out my butt, trying my best not to have a heart attack halfway up this mountain, and suddenly everything seemed a lot better. Despite my physical failure, I felt mentally better. Being outside, being with a person who gave a shit, just knowing that, you know what, things aren't that bad. Things are not that bad, and they rarely are as bad as we make them out to be. Things are usually built up so much in our head, especially when we sit on them for too long. We let moss grow on them. Things get 10 times worse than they actually are. I'm just out here to get a bit of perspective on things, to pull my head out of my ass, get my fitness up, get a bit of fresh air in my lungs, and make things seem a lot less terrible than they are. And I do apologise for the horrible angles you're getting here of my fucking snottery face. But I am a poor person. I don't own any fancy equipment. This is me, a smartphone, and a fucking $4 Amazon lapel mic attached to my hoodie. But while I've got you here, while we're walking and talking, let me show you something very nice. Tell me that's not okay. You look at that out there and you tell me that things aren't going to be okay. That's the Foyle Estuary. That mountainous ridge you see in the distance, that's Donegal. Look at that and tell me that things are as bad as you think they are. The world is big, it is bright, and it is beautiful. And we are but a flea on its bottom. Things are never as bad as we think they are. Things are going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, you're going to be okay. And sometimes you just need to hit yourself a kick up the arse and tell yourself things are going to be okay. Things will be less okay when I start traversing this nightmare. Things might not be okay, then I might fall and die. Hopefully not, but we'll see. But yeah, just thought I would show you the view